Welcome back to the Ryan Carr Show. Live, everybody. Yes, the Ryan Carr Show is brought to you in part by the Ninja Club Production Company. Professional stunts, gymnastics, and parkour for television, film, commercials, and live theater. Join the Ninja Club at www.oneninjaclub.com. Right around now is when we check in with Miss Natalie Arteaga with the Union Update.
I will do the union update. First, I want to finish my thought on what we were talking about before the
Okay, yep, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, so the way I want to boil it down for Chicago members, this huge crisis happening with our entertainment industry all over the world, is a real emphasis on not just creating your own content, but being innovative and creative with your own distribution methods, as well as partnering up with, I mean, not every actor is a great writer that writes wonderful screenplays and that has the capability of creating their own content. So if that's not you, pair up with someone who is that other missing piece. So if you're an actor, you want to inspire a writer or a director, because if a director looks at you and they see, oh my God, I see a character here, they're going to go get their writers that they work with. They're going to collaborate. You're going to just hop along for that road trip. And, you know, that kind of is going to help you that way. So just keep that in mind. It's not just creating your own content. It's knowing the caliber of your talent.
It's being a team player.
It's being a team player, yeah. And it's about expanding your network. And it's also about distribution, because people are receiving information and entertainment in new ways all the time, constantly with new devices.
Well, so if you don't have a plan for distribution, you probably shouldn't make whatever you're making.
Right. Distribution is kind of a big deal, and we're going to go into that later. We have a workshop that we're going to reference later that's going to go into distribution. But I saw one thing on Instagram, Menace. There's a Menace series on Instagram where it's just an Instagram series. It's these 1-minute episodes. So shout out to Flavia for that, because that's so cool.
What's the hashtag that we can follow if we want to
Hashtag Menace.
Hashtag Menace.
Yeah,
it sounds
so,
cool.
And I'll link it up. So it's pretty cool. So going back to the union update, just really quick. We've got a resolution that we're putting through for Chicago, a transparency resolution. It's kind of just so that with the election season right before, that's like August, it's right before convention in October, and it's really kind of a crunch where people don't have enough time to write, form resolutions and amendments. So we want to be able to have a notice go out from the union to all of the membership, just telling them this is how you write a resolution, this is where you can go to put it up, and this is how you get support, these are the criteria you have to meet when you put one forward. And I put in a friendly amendment to that resolution.
Sorry to interrupt you, Natalie. I don't think I've ever even known what a resolution was until I met Natalie. So this is obviously a very good resolution to have. It's a resolution to explain what resolutions are to people.
Yes.
So
that's
that
exactly what it is.
So that they can actually make resolutions. Right.
Yes. Thank you. So in our resolution, they said to have it be put out at the start of the election cycle. I tried to amend it so that it's sent out 3 months before the start of the election cycle, so that even candidates could have time to work that into their campaign. I think that would be really cool if I saw some stuff that, oh, okay, this person wants to change the union in this way, because all these campaign promises, you don't really get the explanation of how that's backed up in a real nitty-gritty kind of held accountable, actionable way. And I think convention in October following a 2-year election cycle would be the perfect opportunity to do that, because then you can hold them accountable and say, actually, you said you were going to do this at this time, and then, you know, that is going to help the entire membership vote.
We love holding people accountable here at the Ryan Carr Show. You never know what Miss Natalie Arteaga is going to say on Facebook Live. All right. Wow. What else you got?
I have another thing. So that's one thing. The next caucus for Chicago delegation is going to be September 13th at 6 p.m. If you have any more ideas, anything, send me.
Go to that one?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Sorry, you can't go to that one. It's just for delegates. Sorry about that.
I won't be there.
And then the SAGAFTRA Foundation is actually teaming up with the Actors Fund to bring you emergency assistance for anyone that was affected by the recent, hurricane and flooding. So make sure to get to those websites, reach out to any members or family and friends you have in those areas, because they're really mobile on this. So that's pretty cool that you can get just urgent, immediate financial assistance. That's what they're saying. So go and apply and get yourself taken care of, and your union has your back. So for people that don't believe your union has your back,
there's the Actors Fund, and they do have your back. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, oh, that's it. I'm actually done with the union news.
You're all done with union news?
That was it.
All right. Well, if you're just tuning in with us, this is the Ryan Carr Show. We give you a little bit of the entertainment industry update. We try to put a little bit of stunt news in there. I'm a stunt double here in Chicago. We also touch up with our union representative, our union officer, Miss Natalie Artiaga, for the union news. We also like to do a little thing that I like to call Hot Topics. That's what you give me for Hot Topics out of everything?
Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again. Okay. A little section I like to call Hot Topics. That was a little bit better.
That was better.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was better. You can let us know which one was better.
I got to work on this benefit.
Tully needs, yeah. He needs a little bit more time with his toys.
What can we say? Okay.
So Hot Topics today. You got any?
I would like to follow up on a hot topic from last week's episode where you made some very interesting remarks regarding the Illinois Film Office that made me very interested to follow up on. So we basically, there's not much of a follow up. We have a pending request for information. We're going to get some more kind of things. And just so you know, the FOIA, F-O-I-A, the Freedom of Information Act, is what's going to allow us to kind of get the information from the Illinois Film Office, which is what's pending. And we will update you when I hear something back, which I better. That's it.
Those are our hot topics.
That was Hot Topic.
Hot topics. If you guys have any hot topics you want us to talk about, we did get an inquiry from a friend who didn't want to be named, kind of like a secret inquiry. And he didn't want, it is a he didn't want us to talk about where he worked, but it was in reference to theaters, which, you know, we did say that we were here to help all the actors. I think that there was a little bit of, you know, we're SAG-AFTRA actors. All of us are SAG-AFTRA. We're in the union, but we care about all actors. I'm not as hip with the theater equity lingo. I think it was in reference to training people
In safety,
environmental safety in AEA.
Right.
In theaters?
Actors
Equity Association.
So I'm an on-camera film and television actor. So SAG-AFTRA and the union officer business is kind of where I do my maneuvering. However, I am connected with lots of people who are politicized in the actors equity scene. So I'm going to connect them and report back if anyone's interested, or I'll just probably reach out to this person directly.
Yeah. So we'll investigate that hot topic a little bit more. Obviously, I wasn't too clear on that. Workshops. Besides the stunt workshops, where we have a curriculum of over 9 different levels, because stunt cats have 9 lives. I know that was pretty cheesy, but that's where we're going with this. You have a workshop that you're setting up, a business workshop. You want to tell everybody about it?
Sure. Really quick, I'm setting up a business workshop for basically a very large majority of anyone that wants to be in the industry in Chicago. It's going to be stunts, acting, and casting. So it's going to be Ryan, stunt double, myself, actress, screenwriter, and then it's also going to be David Murphy from O'Connor Casting is going to come in. He's been in this industry in casting director for 30 years or more, probably, maybe 25, 30 years. So I basically wanted to give the experience of a well-rounded view of how to do everything here in the industry here in Chicago. So it's going to be like a 3-4 hour workshop. It's going to be September 23rd, probably 11 to 3 o'clock. You can sign up pretty soon. And it's going to be everything from training to getting your representation, to auditioning, to callbacks, to getting the job, to being on set, on-set etiquette. And it's also going to be understanding the residual structures, your revenue streams, managing your business as an entrepreneur in this industry when the capital is volatile and there's up and down and everything kind of like that. And And that's kind of what I'm really excited that I put together, because it's when one person goes, so even if you're an actor that signs up and you want to meet a casting director, you want to give them your headshot, you don't have an agent, you're going to meet probably other stunt people. Stunt people are going to get connected with actors. Everyone's going to get connected to casting, and it's going to be a great workshop. I'm very excited for it. You'll hear more about that in the coming weeks.
I'm looking forward to it. Anything that involves audition techniques and casting. I mean, I got a sweet spot for that stuff. Yeah, auditions in general are a pretty tricky animal. It's different doing auditions as a stunt person than as an actor in my experience.
You know, we both had auditions this week. Maybe we can kind of just go through what your experience was like, and then what my experience was like.
Okay, you go first. What is an audition like as a professional working?
Okay, so I had
actress?
I had an audition yesterday at O'Connor Casting for a union commercial. So I just go in and I give my headshot and resume. They didn't need it this time. A lot of it's through the online Actors Access Casting Network stuff. You sign in, you put down your membership number, you put the time that you go in, and I go and I wait. They called me in, I do my thing, you know, super amazing. Leave, sign out, sign out of the sign-in sheet, because you're a union actor and you have a record of how long you were there, and if you're there for over X amount of time, you get a bump. All this stuff.
Wow.
I didn't know that. Yeah, that's why you use the sign in and sign out. No one does it. I'm the only one that ever. The whole sheet. I'm the only one that ever does that. And then when you put your initials, only do it after the second, so that they know that it's your second. Anyway, so that's basically my very quick bare bones audition set, and that's what I have the callback for today. And that's kind of what happens. They review it, and then they call the agents for the lists of the people they'd like to see coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I'm going back today right after the show.
Congratulations on your callback.
Thanks. And then the callback is for the client as well. So the
Wow.
first audition is for basically a session director, and then when you get the callback, there's usually a client or director or producer or someone else there. So what's it like for a stunt person?
For a stunt person, I get a text message that says, Ryan, you're being submitted for a role. Can you send me a selfie picture of your face and a 3/4 shot of your body from your knees up? And that's what I do. I send them that picture with my sizes. If I'm lucky and it's kind of like a fast track, that goes right to the stunt coordinator, and they choose me, and between me and a whole bunch of other pictures like that, sometimes there's an audition with a casting director. And then this week's audition, there was an audition with a casting director. And it's kind of interesting because there is no agent and there's no manager involved. It's just a phone call and sending a picture. And sometimes you're on one side of it where you're the guy sending the picture. Sometimes you're on the other side of it where you're helping a stunt coordinator gather their database and collect pictures, which is another thing that I do. I've been collecting.
1 minute, Ryan.
Thanks. 1 minute, Tully. Okay, thank you very much. I've been collecting a lot of information in the Ninja Club database for anybody to use, stunt performers or stunt coordinators. Hopefully they'll take a look at all that really great talent that I've found here locally in Chicago, and they'll put those people to work.
So you basically want to be in the stunt coordinator's cell phone.
You do want to be in a stunt coordinator's cell phone, your selfie picture and everything, your three-quarter shot. So, and you want to respond quickly, because that one picture that you send, that could have been the whole audition right there.
Wow.
So
and then you can appear in multiple episodes of the same season of the same show and different, characters.
Does happen.
I know we're winding up. We'll pick this up later. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll pick. You know what? Interested in audition techniques and those kind of things, casting decisions, how things operate? Check in with Natalie. All you got to do is hit us up on Facebook. You know what? This was the Ryan Carr Show. Thank you, our anonymous benefactor, for our new toys for my good buddy Tully Bertorelli. Thank you to my co-anchor and co-host, Ms. Natalie Artiaga. Thank you to the producer, Bob Beck, Voice of Chicago, and Jeremy, our AV guy. Thank you to the union, SAGAFTRA people, all the stunt people out there, and everyone out there in Chicago that supports us and likes and shares this stuff. Stay out of trouble, Chicago.
And be safe, Florida.
And be safe, Florida. I love you, Sammy.